This is Journey to Novelist. This channel is devoted to new writers and writers that are new to the pursuit of becoming a published author. Whether you want to be self-published or traditionally published, this channel might have something for you. We've been looking at software that you can get relatively inexpensively that is designed to help a writer to write, whether that is to help you plot or plan a novel, or to help you to stay organized while writing, or to work without distraction. We've looked at 6 programs so far, and we're going to look at 2 more today. Now, the criteria for the software we're looking at is that it must be under $30, and you must be able to download it to the desktop and run without an internet connection. This leaves out a lot of things like subscription services and very expensive types of software that are more modern. So many of these softwares that we've been looking at are older, or they are written by individuals. So we're going to look at 2 softwares today. We're going to start with Focusrider. And Focusrider is basically what it says in the name of it. It's software that's designed to help you write without a lot of distraction. If you look at the web page that is handled by the developer of the software, you will find that it is available for both Linux and for Windows 64-bit systems. This website is gotcode.org/Focusrider. You can find this software on other download sites, but to be sure you're getting the most recent copy, it might be a good idea to go to gotfocus.org and download it from there. You also have the option on that site to donate some money to the developer so that he can continue to develop software. This software is absolutely free, and we're going to take a quick look at it right now. So I've been playing around with the software a little bit, and I developed a custom layout, custom theme that I could work with if I was writing a fantasy novel, where I put the map of my novel in the background. This can be done by accessing your preferences on the toolbar, which you will find by bringing your mouse to the top of the screen, and here is your menu bar. So this button here is your themes, and it does have quite a few default themes to choose from. More than likely, when you first download it, you will probably start with this theme, which I believe is the one that loads when you first install the program. You'll see there's not much on the screen. You basically have a white piece of paper where you can start typing. And if you mouse up, you do get that menu bar, and if you mouse down, you can get the statistics about what you're writing, and on the sides you get a scroll bar here and another box about your writing here. Now if we go up here and open up preferences, you'll see I can set some preferences like daily goal. I can set a number of minutes or a number of words, or I can turn that off altogether. I can look at statistics such as word count, page count, and paragraph count. I'm going to go ahead and turn off the paragraph and page count and just leave it on word count. On the spell checking area, I can choose the language for my dictionary, and there is a place to handle some personal dictionary entries. You can customize what's on your toolbar, and you can customize your shortcuts to be used during the program. So there is one other item that I should point out on here, is that there is a check mark here for Typewriter Sounds. I have it turned on so that when I'm typing, I do get the feedback of the sounds of a typewriter as I work. So let's just type a sentence. If you don't like those typewriter sounds, then you can simply come into General and to turn those off. and you see the typewriter sounds go away, and if you heard anything, it would have been my actual physical keyboard. If I mouse down here to the bottom now, you see I have the word count, which is all I left on in my preferences for statistics, and it also gives me my percentage of daily goal. And now you can see that as I scroll up and down, my words would go off the page. There are a few other settings that you might want to play with, along with the cut and paste here. There's some different formatting tools and some headings. And there's a few things about sessions that I haven't gotten into yet. But another thing you might want to keep track of if you're considering this is when you save, you have just a few options for what you save the file as, including plain text, rich text, and the open document format, as well as a couple of others. I am not going to save this right now, so I'm just going to quit and discard my changes. So that is the basics of what Focusrider does. It's a very simple program to use, and you can get it at gotcode.org/Focusrider, and it is completely free. So now let's take a look at the second program we were going to look at, and that is FreeWriter. FreeWriter is available at FreeWriterSoftware.com. And if we take a quick look at what you'll see on the web page, if you go there, it shows some images of what the software looks like. And there is a little news window that scrolls whenever you're on a live session of the web page that does mention that a Linux and Mac version were in the works, but I really don't think that's going to happen. This software is an older software, and the web page itself does not seem to have been updated recently. So consider it for now a Windows-only program. However, it is free. So a Windows-only program. We'll take a quick look at it right now. Now, like FreeWriter, or rather like Focusrider, there are some color themes to choose from. For here, it's listed in the styles off the file menu. However, most of them seem to be pretty bright and not something you would want to work on for long periods of time. The three I like best are Spring, which is a light green, or to stick to one of the top two, Metallic or Stone, with Stone being a dark gray and Metallic being this lighter gray. The program itself has an Explorer area here, which will basically control where you're working and what you're working on. It does have a browser, but it's probably more efficient to use whatever browser that you are used to. There are tabs at the top over this large document area that allows you to change to a corkboard that is available in many of these other elements within the Explorer. All the corkboards have the choice of either a cork background or a grid background, and you can put sticky notes and index cards, images, and some other things such as web pages and links on your thoughts board, which is a corkboard. And if you go to the bottom, you can zoom in and out, which can help you when you're arranging quite a few objects on your board. With the Writing tab, this is where you're going to handle the different parts of your project. Under Writing, you can quickly hit the right mouse button and add a section. You would probably be best off to do it by either sections or scenes, or rather chapters. So let's do a chapter. We'll add that, and then we'll go ahead and add another one for chapter 2. And now if I come up here and highlight writing again, you'll see the outline, the breakdown of my writing sections. And for each of these sections of writing, I can mark them as either in progress, draft, or completed. When you change one of these, it changes this summary information that says word count and various dates that apply to this section. When I'm working on this section, I will have a prose window where I can do my actual writing. And I will have a corkboard, a notes area, and then there's review and help. In the prose and notes area, you will find a basic formatting area, which allows you to choose a font to use in the section and a font size, but you do also have the zoom here. So rather than changing the font size, you could simply change your zoom factor. You can change your alignment. You have a word wizard that works as a dictionary, thesaurus type tool, and you can put notes on the side. It also handles spelling errors, and it can read back what you wrote.
G. This is the writing.
So this could come in handy if you're looking for double words or words that you wanted to change and you wanted to hear a section of your writing read out, so you can catch those with the audio rather than reading through all of the text. The thought section just gives you another way to get to the thought boards that are used in your writing. And the elements section allows you to do things like create your characters, places, things, events, and the twists in your story. So I could create a new character, give a description if I wanted to, and go through an attribute wizard that helps me fill out basic information that is about this character. When I hit finish, all of the attributes from that wizard are at the lower half of the screen, and anything I typed in my description is up here at the top. Now for my character, you will also notice I have a corkboard for that character. And if I create another new character, I can have suggestions made for the name. Flip through them until I find something that I think would be interesting just by hitting this lucky dip button. Click use and then go on the same as any other character. And that character will also have a thought board. I have a similar method of functioning for things for like places, so I could put in like perhaps the office. There's a wizard here for that. And a thought board that has to do with each of the places I add. Any of these elements function the same way, have their own thought boards, and you can add pictures or whatever you need to help you develop and keep track of what's going on with those characters. The productivity section will handle things like showing you general writing statistics and how you're doing on your writing. So if you're interested in this software, FreeWriter, you can find it at freewritersoftware.com. It is Windows only and it is completely free. So that's our two softwares for today. Come back next time and we will look at even more software you can get for under $30.